Welcome to the review show. My name's Austin. Episode 3 of Obi-Wan Kenobi is out on Disney+. Before we get into this review, there is a serious fucking topic, a serious conversation that we need to have right now. I know I'm very late to this, whatever this is, because I don't care. I'm just going to if you have a problem with someone, and if you want to throw some hate, throw it at me. We'll have a nice conversation down in the comment section below, and we'll have like a therapy session. And so it'll be free, of course. So you don't have to charge and worry about anything. But yeah, recent events occurred with the actress that is in the show that plays Reva. It's like her name's Maz. I'm terrible with names. I'm sorry if I'm forgetting her name, but there's a lot of things going through my head right now because this honestly really pisses me off. This really gets on my nerves because we just got out of Star Wars Celebration. You can feel that energy that came from, I never went, but you can feel that energy from the videos that you watch and, how excited people were. But then, the next day or so, people are making racist comments to her and, threatening her. It's like, really? We just got out of this, and you're now just threatening her? Okay, cool. So, this is directly towards those people. More towards to the people in my community. The people for the Star Wars fandom and all that, they already get the message. They got it. That's not my problem. This is directly towards my community. I don't want you fucking here if you're a part of anything in those lines of racism, sexism, or whatever. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't care about your feelings because you clearly don't care about anyone else's feelings. So the things I say hurt you, I'm not sorry. I don't care. I could care less about you. This is ridiculous. We had an incident with The Last of Us Part 2. People hated it because Ellie was a lesbian. I'm like, really? Are you that pathetic? Are you that of a? I just don't get it. I don't get it. Just if this sends my channel down a slope, so be it. Because fuck you and just fuck everything what you do. Because clearly you just want to waste your time, trying to ruin other people's days and their lives for no fucking reason. There's no motive for you or what. Maybe there is. I don't give a fuck for what your reasoning is. So you know who you are. I don't want you around here because I enjoy just talking about movies and just letting opinions be opinions. And if I was because I'm working on a short film, I think that's been somewhat known for a while on the channel. If something like that happened to someone that was part of my working with me on this type of stuff, I wouldn't fucking allow it. I would shut that shit down because that's fucking ridiculous. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to everyone else that has to deal with it. It's not fair for Ewan Mcgregor to come out saying, "Hey, stop fucking being racist." It's not fair to anyone. And that's just where I come from. If this happened to anyone I know, I just wouldn't allow it. You guys get the point. So if you're that of a crybaby, say something in the comment section, because I don't care. I don't care what you say about me, because I can take it. I guarantee that she can take it too, but it's ridiculous. I don't get what the point is of it. It's like racism is not all that's never going to go away. I understand that. But it's just really pathetic. That's my message to the people that are coming in to the community and the people who are that been around. All right, so now with that out of the way, episode 3 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Um, I enjoyed it. I think this is actually I enjoyed the first two a lot more than this. I'm just gonna talk about what I think, what I like, and just like give my little thoughts and just be done and get this, because this is just already depressing as it is, and I really don't really want to do this review because of that. But I just had to put that message out there. But so yeah, this is gonna be spoilers. So if you haven't seen it or you don't have Disney Plus and you just can't watch it, I'm sorry. But yeah, I really liked how this episode started out with Obi-Wan trying to connect with his old master Qui-Gon Jinn and such, and so it's just like I really and him just like and it kind of feels like that him and Anakin slash Darth Vader's minds are like now connected because of Obi-Wan opening himself back to the Force. It's pretty cool to see like Darth Vader be put together and just like and see him in the flesh in this episode, because he has a massive role in this episode. Like, we knew that he was going to be in the series, of course, and all of that, but I thought we would like their screen time would be like later on in the series. But no, we get a confrontation. That's pretty cool. I really like that. But the fight choreography, well, not the fight choreography, the camera work around the fight was pretty bad, to be honest. I really didn't like it, especially how the episode ended. But we'll talk about that later on. I'll give my more thoughts on that. But I really like that that this planet that Obi-Wan and Leia go to. They go to this mine planet that's been taken over by the Empire. And next they kind of run into a couple stormtroopers. You have Obi-Wan bonding more with Leia, talking about her mother Padme, and I somewhat mention of the father figure, because Leia's like, are you my real dad? And he's like, I'm sorry, I'm not. And I'm like, that's pretty cool. But he kind of wishes that he can tell her, but knows if he does, like, it kind of ruins her image of what she thinks of her parents. And it's like kind of cool, like he could be this father figure to Leia. Even though she already has a father, I think she can see Obi-Wan more than Organa in some way. But yeah, I thought that was cool. Reva, I forget how you say her name. I liked her in the first two episodes. I didn't mind her. I find her somewhat scary in some form when she cut off that lady's hand in the first episode. But here, she just kind of felt like a little stubborn kid. And I've heard some thoughts about like, well, that's how it's meant to be. Well, it doesn't mean it's pulled off well. And I don't. It's like, I hate when people say it's like, well, that's how it's supposed to be. So you have to like it. No, because like people are like, well, he. Like, for example, when Anakin describes how he hates sand, it's like we know why he doesn't like sand. We just don't like the line. That's the whole that's like our whole point of like we just don't like the prequels because of how the dialogue was. It's not what and like how it was somewhat directed. It's not about what like the motive. It's just how you portray it, and that's what happens here. And I just felt like she kind of went a little bit downhill. I kind of want more of like a real motive and how she knows things. We'll learn definitely things about why and such and all that, but it's like, I don't know. It kind of comes off a little weak. But that's and there's this officer that was part of the Empire that she now helps smuggle people through the galaxy and helps them, avoid the Empire. It's like, and she would, like, I like that. Like, I like that she was part of the Empire and all that. And it's like, it's a cool way to do a perspective of that. It's like we got that with Finn, but that kind of went nowhere with him. He just kind of became the sidekick. So I'm hoping that she has like a bigger, like somewhat of a good role and like a better purpose to be in here, because I like her reasoning. Like, she joined the Empire to help do some good, but then she realized what the Empire was really doing. Like I just really like that, and it's like a cool way to see new perspectives from characters. And so, but then, and we find out, I forget the Jedi name, but like there's a Jedi from the Clone Wars that was named that she helped avoid the Empire. I forget his name. I don't know. He was mentioned once in the prequels. I know that for sure. But yeah, let's talk about the Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan. I do like it. I just don't like how it was shot. It was shot like how that one YouTube video with with the CGI old Obi-Wan and next to Darth Vader. Like it was shot like that. I'm like that's fine for like a YouTube video because of like a low budget. But this is a Disney Star Wars show, and I get doesn't have the high budget as like a Star Wars movie, but it's also the Obi-Wan show. Like I kind of expect this to have maybe a more bigger budget than most of the other shows, because you're like this is like a really good character that everyone loves, that Ewan McGregor loves playing. I kind of would expect a little bit more better camera work going on. So it's like a lot of shaky cams, and it's like I don't know. It's odd. I just don't like how it was shot. But I do like that Darth Vader, how he sort of taunts him a little bit. He's like, but then he picks up Obi-Wan and throws him in the fire, and it's like that's how it felt when you left me on Mustafar, basically. And I'm like, I like that. That is cool. I like how Darth Vader is portrayed in this episode, because Darth Vader is like, if you mess up Darth Vader, you're messing up the whole entire Star Wars universe. I like how he comes in and just like snaps a kid's neck and kills a couple other people. I'm like, that's Darth Vader right there. I like it, and I'm glad that Hayden Christensen is part of this, and playing this role again. It was pretty cool to see his face for like when there was that one far shot with him as Anakin, but then when he was putting the mask on at the beginning of that episode. I mean, it's not a terrible episode. I just think this is a little bit of a downhill, because especially how the way that this episode ends. That episode ends with this big flame of fire getting in front of Darth Vader, because like the lady comes and tries to help Obi-Wan. She abandons the kid when she really shouldn't have, but I guess if she didn't, she would probably be dead. But I would like to see her at least try something. But so she goes in but helps Obi-Wan, and so she does this explosion. Next, you see this robot that you see at the early on in the episode. You see him like picking up Obi-Wan, because Obi-Wan's burnt, pretty badly injured, and Darth Vader just stands there. But when we literally 2 seconds ago see him literally put out the fire when he uses the Force, I'm like, you're not gonna do that, because I feel like that's something Darth Vader would do, is walk through the fire. It's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm a badass, and just walks right through. And so, but yeah. He just stands there. It's kind of weird, especially after that we see Leia get kidnapped by Reva, and so it's like, I don't know. I just want more of an explanation why Reva hates Obi-Wan. Maybe we'll get in the next episode. I have a feeling, because I feel like the next episode is going to be her, because it ended with her kidnapping Leia, so I feel like they need like this one episode to explain her character, which I don't want at the same time, because this is Obi-Wan. This is a show about him. I want to see Obi-Wan. And so if it's just him in the bathroom tank, and next it cuts away from her, and next we see him back at the end of the episode, I'm going to be quite disappointed, because I'm here, like, I don't have a problem with Reva as the character, and her like wanting to hunt down Obi-Wan and be the one to please Darth Vader. I just don't think this was the right show to put her storyline in. Maybe they should have done a separate show, like we see it from her perspective of being an Inquisitor. Like, that would have been a cool show of a Inquisitor show. I just don't want it here in my Obi-Wan show. So it's kind of, I feel like that's gonna hurt the show a lot. But so far, it's not terrible. I do enjoy it. I've watched the ending multiple times, even though I don't like it. I just watched the fight part, and the fighting kind of is like, you know, growing on me, but it's not like that much of like a jump to like it. Oh, this is the best fight. I do want more banter between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader in the next fight that they have, and it better look a lot better. So I'm gonna give episode 3 of Obi-Wan Kenobi a B+. It's not terrible. It's just definitely a little bit of a downhill. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought about episode 3 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Let me know if you guys are enjoying the series. Like, just give me your thoughts, and we'll have a nice conversation down below. Like always, I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye, guys.